from awesome looking colour change and run off to fending bull sharks off with a net, cartwheel and barra in water running that hard that I don't know how I even hooked that fish. It was a struggle to find big fish this trip. I couldn't get anything over that 80 centimetre mark, but in this quest to chasing monster barra, we're always going to have these sort of sessions, and it was fun nonetheless. Rightio guys, we're in big fish country now. Obviously that'll change as the tide does and we move with the fish, but generally speaking, some bigger fish around. There's a big croc sitting over there. He just went under. He'd be a 3 metre easy. I haven't seen any crocs in this system over the last couple of trips either, so starting to see them now, which is a good sign. So it indicates to me things are starting to change in the system and coming into the right time of year. This will be very, very close to being a first or second cast on a big fish, I reckon. There's a few good ones sitting out there. Let's see. I wouldn't say it's huge, but not bad for first cast on the new spot. It'll go 80 or something, 82. And it actually stirred a heap of other fish up, came in to have a look at it. Bring it down here out of the way. I didn't see this fish when I cast. I just seen it coming towards the lure at the boat. So come on, behave yourself. Just give you a look. I don't know if you can see down there or not, but Jbait's getting smashed. See what it go. It might not be 80 actually, it might be like 78 or something. $79. You just won't believe me unless you've seen it. I've hooked this fish, managed to change batteries and get the GoPro running again. It feels like a bigger fish, but might just be the current. just the way I've hooked him. Come on. Been a while between fish. This one just ripped a big hole in my net. Seems to be the flavour of the days around that 78 side. Anyway, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I'm still catching fish. Probably 10 or so of them today. Using the Tiger Mullet hot tails today. I'm running out of the blue ones. You have to do another order. I just had a moment, and I've had a quick look at the tides and everything now, so I can see if that stuff barries up. But there would have been 10 or 15 fish, all the same size. That one I just got, all just cruising up here, all together. Again, the camera's not going. So there's only a rat. Another one of those high 70s models, I reckon. Only a 72, this one. Stop it. It's gold. It's hard to get excited for these little fish anymore. I know it's been a fish snob, but it's been a lot of time and money and effort into learning what big fish are doing, and days like today, I just got no idea where they are. I found some earlier, they just wouldn't feed. God knows what's going on with them. Anyway, that's barra fishing. Bit of a chat about Jbaits, I guess. Again, you hear me talk a lot about them, but it's pretty much all I use now. you've got a bit of a catch-22 when you're using this sort of a plastic. So I run a really exposed shallow run jig head. It gives a lot more tail action, a lot more body roll, but I lose a lot of lures. So it's a bit of a trade-off. I don't mind losing a lure to it's throwing it and I'll land a big fish because the action's better. You go over the TPE and you've got all your other challenges then of you can't store lures together. Yeah, they're stronger, but they've sometimes got a weird smell to them. And I honestly don't think TPE makes a lure any better. It just makes a fisherman better about not losing it. Oh, we hit that hard. Another high 70s model, I'd say. Oh. No, this one might go 80. Might. There's that Jbait down his gob there. Ah, 78. This one's a perfect example of the stinger went in one side of his mouth, the top hook went in the other. Ew. Fish was a poser. Now, I've literally been casting them fish for ages, and I grubbed that along the bottom. Missed the first one, he struck at it, and then the second one just jammed it hard. You sort of learn what you're doing with your panoptics vision, you sort of start working out how deep fish are sitting anyway, and then you just tilt it forward a little bit and see what's going on. And there's a big fish while I'm rigging up. That sucks. Few and far big fish to cast at this morning. I'm sure they'll come through here soon. That hit hard. Feels like it's got a bit more weight in it. Gone. Bulldogs. Rightio, this is where I found them all yesterday. Hopefully we can find some bigger fish today. One of the things I noticed on especially this river system is everyone gets fixated on creeks. Need to start thinking outside the box. Fish don't just swim in creeks. There's heaps of spots, heaps of back eddies, heaps of parts of the river where fish congregate and they start feeding. So think outside the box. Probably start catching bigger fish. After that. A very, very angry barra. There we go. One of the new colours. Can't remember what he called this one. $67. Yeah, he's a bit darker of a colour. I won't be keeping that one. That fish then, I don't know if the head cam would have picked it up, but I seen it swimming along and it was coming along pretty quick, so I cast up behind it, pulled the lure down right beside it and just run the lure with it until it fed. Took about, I don't know, 10 metres or so. Exactly the same thing again. They're just running along this edge and I'm just running with them. Jesus Christ, they're just going for their size. I'm not sure whether I'm hitting a bite window now or whether it's the change of colour that's done it, but I'll have a look into that later on with the bite window times. I didn't look last night, so I'm not sure this morning. At this stage I'm putting it down to the lure. While I'm sitting here waiting for the tide to catch up to where I want it to be, and I'm just playing around with the rats hoping a bigger fish will turn up. But anyway, I just thought I'd have a chat about these rods. GT custom rods. Jeff, that's who I get to make these. Absolute legend of a bloke. Two of the best purpose-built rods I can say I've ever owned. This is the 15 to 80 gram weight, and I get them in specific length of 6'5" and some specific butt lengths that suit me. Got it paired up with a bamboo beast, and this is his lighter one, which works past. Anyway, this is the lighter one. This is the 10 to 45 gram, and I've got a Revo rocket on this one. Again, same lengths, but and specific butt lengths to what I want. And there's a bit of his marbling on there, you can see. Both these rods serve their purpose, and I can say that there's not much barra that are gonna. There's not many barra that will be able to. I won't be able to stop with these rods. Just get to choose my own colour weights and all that sort of stuff, and these blanks are just next level. But yeah, GT custom rods. Oh, it's a 72. There we go. I think that's 6 for the day so far now, I think. Oh no, I'm going to have to watch the footage back. Stop counting, I'm an idiot. I was planning on counting. Alrighty, so I'm on to my second battery now with the GoPro, and what I'm talking on is the DJI Action 5 Pro, which I just got, and its battery's not far off dying, but GoPro's overheated twice already and now I've got a dead battery. DJI's still going, it's been going strong all morning. Right, I just checked the colour. It's called Bleeding Mullet. Hopefully the camera can pick up on the floodplain water just running off there. That's why I've decided to come over and give it a go. Never fished it before, but it's got to hold some fish. Right, it's time to move. Well, there's heaps of fish here again. Let's see if they feed. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate every single one of you that comes across. Give us a like and a share. Subscribe if you want to. Completely up to you guys, but giving us a like and share spreads the love, gets everybody else watching it as well, and I appreciate you all. Cheers for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. I get 2 days fishing again, and dollar signs are ringing. Stay tuned. Cheers for watching.